Connor, can you feed me some energy? I need I feel like a Dementor right now, or like a Dementor sucking shit out of me. But I need to do that to you and like suck your energy because I'm so low on energy today, man.
It's okay. It's a Monday evening, so
Correct.
I forgive you. The audience forgives you. Everyone forgives you.
Also, the eve of your birthday. It's Connor's birthday. Eve.
Yeah, my birthday's Thursday.
Yeah, that's might be a simple way of saying it. How you feeling? I've got a gift for you that we'll do next week on the pod.
Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. I'm feeling good about it. It's a lot more quiet this year. My dad literally flies off on my birthday at 2 a.m.
Will he talk to you?
So I don't know. Maybe a little goodbye.
Crazy.
It's for his boys trip. It's one of his mates' 50th, and it was booked.
Well, that's a big
well
number,
in advance. Well, I am his son, but I'm upset
we're
about
all
that.
Someone's son. We're all someone's father.
All right, Moffat. Oh.
We're all someone's son.
Is that John Farman?
Sounds about right.
Australian
You're the voice.
Icon. Yeah, I am the voice. It's gonna be fun. It'd be good. I've got some stuff planned, and I'm not in work on Thursday and Friday, so I'm getting taken on Friday. I'm getting taken to the a place called Adventure World.
Oh, I'm going there around Christmas time.
It's like, am I 12 again or something?
Great, mate. This is a Doctor Who podcast, by the way.
Yes, 50% Doctor Who podcast.
If you, on your birthday, had one episode of Doctor Who to watch, what would it be?
You know what it is? It's the same one every year. It's Empty Child Doctor Dances, which I should... I might fit it in on the Wednesday.
Do you not get bored watching the same episode every year?
Bored?
Yeah.
Of Doctor Dances,
Smack
Empty
my head
Child?
on the table. Like,
I mean, if you only watch it once a year...
John Barrowman.
Is this how you wake yourself up?
Yeah, it is with John Barrowman.
Well, if you only watch it once a year, that's...
Still quite a lot, though, in the scheme of things. Because I was going back and looking at some Who, and I was like, I've not watched this in 4 years since we reviewed it, which feels like a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
Even I watched The Last Jedi on the weekend because amazing Star Wars film. And I was looking on my Letterboxd, and the last time I watched it was in 2021. And I was like, shit, man, it was like 3.5 years ago that I'd last watched it. And
I probably watched it sooner than you on my big rewatch.
Probably.
I don't get that bored of that episode because it's my favourite. And
The Last Jedi?
No. That's an episode too, I suppose. What I'm saying.
But Empty Child Doctor Dances.
Yeah, I just love that episode with all my heart. So I'll probably do it on the Wednesday. And I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun.
It's like me with Bella St. John.
Yeah, you can do that.
Never gets old.
Didn't you watch that on before your birthday last year?
My birthday is in 2 months.
I know.
No, I don't think I did. No.
December 9th. You watched one Doctor episode. I can't remember.
Maybe.
It was something.
Maybe. I've got a feeling I might have had to have watched a shit classic for the show or something like that.
You normally do watch Doctor Who, so it's like... It's bound to happen.
I am known to watch Doctor Who sometimes.
I've been known to watch a Doctor Who episode or two.
A little cheeky one here or there. Yeah, fair.
But yeah, it'll be good.
Could you ever shake up your tradition of the episode you watch on your birthday?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Cool.
It's not like cemented in that I'm going to do it. It's
but you love your traditions and like your repeated things like that, so that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, well, I could switch it up a little bit maybe, but I don't know if anything is really cool in me.
Man, you just watch one part. Just watch part one.
Well, I might only have time to watch one part. That's the thing. So I've got all weekend. I'm just doing me, I suppose. And
beers?
Yeah, I'll be having a few beers. Here's the thing, though. It's like on my actual birthday on the Thursday, I don't want to be having like a massive raging hangover on the Friday and then going on roller coasters and stuff.
That would be very horrible.
Yeah, I went on like a little swing thing with George, my little nephew, and I had some drinks the night before, and even that like tiny little bit of rocking motion was making me feel nauseous.
Grim.
But so
water slides be good to cure
water slides be fun. And I've been seeing this thing I've been Snapchatting. I got this like drink, and it's meant to like reduce.
Oh man, they've been around for ages. Those little yogi things or whatever they are.
It's like 100% pear.
Yeah.
I've tried it twice now, and it's worked. And I'm like, well,
people love them, mate.
Why can't I do that? I guess it kind of like saves the day in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But
just walks.
Yeah, 2026. The fat just walks away.
We are the 50% Doctor Who podcast. A little bit of a quieter show today. Not a lot going on, so we'll probably run a little bit shorter. But what we are going to do on today's show, straight after the intro, we're going to go into another edition of AI Aiden. Then we're going to head straight into our revisited review of the pod. We're going to go and look back at the War of the Sontarans.
Hey.
Do a little review and updated thoughts on that one. And then we'll round out the show with the, I guess, almost monthly, but sometimes like every 6 weeks or so. What the boys have been watching, also known as Fingers on Lips. Does that sound good to you, Connor?
Yes, I can finally talk about Joker too.
Please don't. Please don't.
Yeah, boy.
Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at 50Doctor, on TikTok at Doctor Who, and subscribe wherever you're watching.
50 50 50 50 50 50 50 50 50% cat.
You fit that in really well, actually.
You know, I've done this a couple
like
times.
You do it every week.
Once or twice.
We must be coming up to 300 episodes.
No, but actually,
No? Okay.
now you say that, I think today could very much be. Let me hold for dramatic applause.
Episode 300.
No, but episode 250 today.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
holy shit.
A bit under where you thought we
Wow.
were, but also a relatively significant episode. So
Wow.
happy 250.
Happy 250. 250.
I should have edited the intro to be like 250.
250, 52, 50.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow. I mean, what, a quarter of 1,000?
I mean, if we get to 1,000, there's something wrong with our lives. But I could
200
also see us doing it.
250 episodes. That is so fucking nuts.
Crazy.
Wow.
We'll outlive Doctor Who at this rate, mate.
Holy moly. That is incredible.
Crazy, mate. Anyways, let's move on to fan favorite segment. It's time for AI Aiden.
Am I talking to an AI?
Classic.
This is a segment where I talk to ChatGPT. I get it to spit out some Doctor Who episode descriptions without using any names or places, and Connor has to guess what they are. He's got
Update on the score. I'm currently four wins, 2 losses.
okay. So you got 4.
I've gotten 4 right and 2 wrong.
Have we only done this twice?
So what I didn't do the first one because we didn't set in the rule of only 3 guesses.
Mate, you are taking this very seriously.
Well, I like to just because I was going like this episode, and then finally getting it right.
Right. So we like kind of walked you into the answer. Right. So yeah. Okay. So Connor gets 3 guesses to guess these right. And for some reason, Connor is keeping a tally. He's not versing anyone. Maybe he's versing you in the comments. Let us know.
Well, I just like to know how many I've got right and wrong.
Fair. It's like a mental
So
thing,
I'm
right?
4 right, 2 wrong.
All right. Number 1 for today, mate. Do.
Boo.
In this episode, a time traveler and their companion confront a powerful ancient entity that feeds on memories and emotions, forcing them to navigate themes of sacrifice and the significance of even the smallest contributions to the greater good.
Wow, memories. That kind of. Oh, is it God Complex?
No, guess one. And as always, these get progressively harder as we go through.
I love how it's like a time traveling companion. It's like
Yeah, it could be any
it's
episode.
just Doctor Who.
Let's break it down again for you. In the episode, a time traveler and their companion confront a powerful ancient entity that feeds on memories and emotions, forcing them to navigate themes of sacrifice and the significance of even the smallest contributions to the greater good.
Empire of Death.
No.
Oh God.
What can I do?
I'm about to fuck this up.
What can I do to give you a hint?
An ancient.
Focus on the ancient entity. Focus on that. It's not on. That being said, it's a new monster. It's not a monster we've seen before, but it's a monster that's been existing in the universe for a long time.
And it's not Sutek.
No, and it's very big. This ancient entity. It's a very big thing.
Okay.
Large.
It's very large.
Very large.
I'm gonna say it is the.
And think about the use of this here. Talks about sacrifice and memories. Think about the idea of sacrificing your memories. Come on, mate.
Hellbent.
Come on, mate.
What? Sacrifice your memories?
It's not Hellbent.
What is it?
I'm trying to think of the bloody speech. How's it go?
Oh, it's fucking Rings of Akaton.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's
How
another
does the speech go?
You have it all.
Something like that.
My year 10 fucking speech and drama.
I think I did that as well.
So cringe.
I think, yeah. God,
All right, 3 losses, 4 wins.
Just getting better, maybe. In the episode, this is number 2. In this episode, 2 former allies secretly reunite while investigating a series of unusual occurrences linked to a nefarious corporate entity, leading to a blend of humor and suspense as they navigate their complicated feelings for each other. I feel like this might be easier than the first one. I'm not sure.
2 former
2 former allies secretly reunite while investigating a series of unusual occurrences linked to a nefarious corporate entity.
It's got to be Sontarans Strategy and Poison Sky.
Incorrect.
What?
It leads to a blend of humor and suspense as they navigate their complicated feelings for each other. You get one more guess before I give you hints. I think that's how it should work, all right? So you get 2 cold guesses and then I can give you some hints.
2 former... This is so difficult. 2 former entities?
Allies, people that used to work together.
Oh, God. I have no idea.
Throw on out there. And then
to Utopia?
No. Okay, so think focus on a blend of humor.
Yeah.
It's quite a comedic episode.
Other monsters?
No.
Oh, I'm already going.
Yeah,
I should have
waited
waited for you to fucking say more shit.
It is Partners in Crime.
Oh, I wouldn't have guessed that ever.
What? 2 former allies coming back together?
That does make sense.
A corporate entity? A blend of humor?
Oh, you said the fat walks away a second ago.
Mm-hmm. It's all been here for it. It's been written in the stars, mate.
All right. 5 losses and 4 wins. Let's try and level it neck and neck.
Last one for today, mate.
Yeah.
A time traveler and their companion encounter a misunderstood creature with a deep bond to a young girl, leading to an adventure filled with emotional revelations and the challenge of bridging worlds.
Is it it's got to be it's not Beast Below.
Not Beast Below. Boom.
Are you doing the Mission Impossible score?
I don't know why.
Is that a hint you're trying to do?
No.
Okay, can you read one more time for me, please?
Yep. A time traveler and their companion encounter a misunderstood creature with a deep bond to a young girl, leading to an adventure filled with emotional revelations and the challenge of bridging worlds.
Oh, it's fucking It Takes You Away.
No.
It's not. Okay. Shit.
Time for me to give you hints.
Yes, I'm not going to say anything this time. I'm going to let you finish.
You will, okay. In one of the guesses today that you've done, you have used the correct word, but not the correct episode. So there's a word in one of your guesses that is also in the title of this episode. Okay. It's, I guess, bridging worlds. You're talking about 2 races that got maybe divided. And a misunderstood creature. Yeah. Focus on misunderstood creature.
I'm so bad at this today. I'm really struggling.
I could walk you so into this right now.
I'm struggling hard.
I could put you on a leash and walk you into it, mate.
2 different, a little girl and a struggling creature. I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue.
It's gotta be.
A little girl and a struggling
It's gotta be. I'm gonna have a mental breakdown just thinking of it.
A little girl.
Oh, just like I did when we reviewed this episode.
No, I've got nothing. What do we do?
I feel like this is really easy. I feel like
a little girl and a struggling creature.
Okay, one of the guesses you did today.
Yeah, but I don't know. I did a few.
Okay, one of the guesses that you did for this episode we're talking about. You've done 2 guesses. It reuses one of the words in one of those guesses. I had a fucking mental breakdown whilst we reviewed it.
Okay. Oh, is it? It Takes You Away? In the Forest of the Shy.
No.
What is it? What could it be?
It's the Star Beast.
Oh my god! I never would have guessed that.
How? I feel like it's a misunderstood creature with a deep bond to a young girl.
That's the Meep.
The bridging of worlds when the Meeps and the fucking tall boys yeet it off. You said the Beast Below. I said it reuses a word.
That was what you meant. I could never have connected those 2.
There's only one episode that I had a full-on mental breakdown whilst we reviewed.
I've had a few.
That makes me sound very unstable.
Great.
I was just moody that day.
That's all right. We all had those days. So I've got 4 right and 6 wrong.
I really feel like I walked you into that last one and you just didn't.
I have no idea.
Did not play ball. That's okay. We live and we learn. That concludes today's AI Aiden.
Am I talking to an AI?
No, sorry, it was five wrong and 4
Mate,
right.
you just confuse everyone with these numbers.
5 wrong, 4 right.
You're keeping a tally, and that's what's important.
God, I suck today at that. I got every single one of them wrong.
Should we move into... And I feel like those were pretty easy today as well. That's... What are you doing?
Yes.
You want to do more AI, Aiden?
I thought it was yes. Fuck.
Shall we move on to do a little bit of a revisited?
Yes.
Looking back at an episode we previously reviewed.
Yes.
Time for War of the Sontarans. Sorry. Sort of burps. War of the Sontarans. Boop-da-boo, boop-da-boo, boop-da-boo,
Bang,
boop-da-boo.
bang, boom, boom, boom.
So yes, notoriously, not really notoriously, but back in 2011? 2021.
2011.
I've lost my mind today, mate. We reviewed Flux as the episodes were coming out, and now we're doing the rewatch for it 3 years on. At the time, I gave War of the Sontarans an 8. You gave it a 7.5.
Wow, that's quite harsh.
Yeah.
I suppose. I remember.
Oh, sorry, no,
liking
I
it.
gave it. Wait, what am I reading? I gave it an 8. You gave it an 8.5.
Yeah, it sounds more like it.
Yeah. So I'm an absolute dickhead today, and every day. War of the Sontarans, prefixed frequently with either Chapter 2 or Flux. Thanks, Wikipedia. Is the second episode of the 13th series of the British science fiction television program Doctor Who, and of the 6-part serial known collectively as Doctor Who. Flux. It was first broadcast on BBC One on the 7th of November. 9 fucking hell. I'm stuck in season 2 mode.
It's not your day.
It's not my day. It was first broadcast on BBC One on the 7th of November 2021. It was written by showrunner and executive producer Chris Chibnall and directed by the
JMS.
the GOAT, Jamie Magnus Stone. And the episode description on Wikipedia here says the episode stars Jodie Whittaker, Mandip Gill, John Bishop.
That's it.
That's basically the description on Wikipedia.
Nice.
But we all know it's the episode where the Doctor and co, following being yeeted by the Flux at the end of Halloween Apocalypse, wake up in the Crimean War.
Oh, the battlefield.
But things aren't quite as they seem, are they? Because what's happened to the Russians?
Nothing, mate. They're just Sontar.
They're Sontarans, mate.
They're Sontar.
They're Sontarans.
Mate, Russia just doesn't exist. It's just Sontar.
Yeah, what's the difference? You know what I'm saying?
For that part of history, they didn't even remember that. They didn't even know what Russians were.
Fact. Or Sontarans.
No.
Well, they did.
Well, kind of. They're fine.
Wow.
Well.
So we sort of have this triple narrative going on where you have the Doctor with Mary Shelley. Mary Siegel. On Seacole. Mary Seacole, sorry.
Seacole, yeah.
On the, in
Battle.
In the battle. Fuck, my brain is melting right
That's
now.
all right.
In the Crimean War, you've got
Yes.
John Bishop as Dan Lewis with his parents taking on the Sontarans with
Liverpool.
Carvanista in Liverpool.
Yeah, the period.
And then Yaz gets reunited. Well, first meets Vinda for the first time on the planet of Time,
On Time,
in the
yeah.
temple of Atropos.
Not as hectic as episode 1, but still a lot going on.
Yeah, but I think it's still kind of slow burn to the point where, I think this episode could have been chopped a couple of minutes, maybe. I think it's
Well, it's an hour.
It is, and I think
forgot about that.
Yeah.
I was like, this is going on longer than I thought.
Well, I remember it being weird because the premiere was 50 and then this was 60.
Yeah.
I remember being hell tripped out by that.
Yeah.
Because every second episode is 60 in Flux. I remember that.
Right, okay.
Weird fact for you.
Okay. I don't remember that. Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird, but hey,
Oh, so Village of Angels is an hour.
stacks up.
Oh.
Stacks up.
How about that?
How about that? Yeah, okay. So back in the day, we both liked this episode. Clearly, rewatching it, Connor. Tell me, sir.
I liked it.
What did you think?
I remember loving it before.
Yeah.
And I think maybe it's because I just it was a different time back then. I mean, the idea of a good Doctor Who episode was hard to come by. And I think it was just I was winning. I had a winning streak because I just watched Halloween Apocalypse and loved it, and then watched War of the Sontarans and then also really, really liked it. And it was wow, this is so cool to be back in enjoying Doctor Who and being invested. And I also felt it gave the Sontarans something cool to do, which hadn't been done in a while.
Oh yeah, this is by far the best Sontaran episode of New Who.
So fun.
Yeah.
I think they're so fun in it, and the design is great. I wanted to ride a horse. It's funny.
That's a good line.
And the whole battlefield, that whole aesthetic of just like the drizzly rain and like the British soldiers in the red,
the snow, like it. Yeah,
it looks so stunning, and I really I love that whole war setting. When it goes back to Liverpool, I enjoy that as well. I think the whole Yaz thing, the Yaz storyline on Time with Vinda, it's probably the one I like the least. But it's still like, now that I've seen Flux a few times, it's like I know what's coming. But back in the day, I think my score was quite accurate because I was just enjoying the ride. I mean, it's just, this episode keeps up the momentum for me. I think it's maybe less enjoyable on a rewatch, but I don't know if I want to give it too much like hate for that. But it's just like, because I know what happens next. But I remember watching it for the first time being like, yeah, this is lit.
Lit.
But yeah. It's got a dog in it.
It's got a horse.
Yeah, I wanted to ride a horse.
Yeah, I think this is it's a pretty banging episode, isn't it? It's like I said, it's probably maybe a little bit loses momentum a couple of times here and there, and I don't love the way it wraps up with the whole all of a sudden the Sontarans need to refuel.
It's so bogus.
It's like the bloody new Tesla robots.
No fucking sense.
Yeah, but the performances are so great. The production design is amazing. Like even on time, like that temple, I think looks really nice. And the triangle, the priest triangle, I think looks really cool. And then the stuff in Liverpool looks amazing. And yeah, the stuff on the hills looks amazing. It's one of the best looking episodes of Doctor Who, I got to say.
I agree,
I think it looks really nice.
Yeah.
And I just, whilst we were on like the visuals, because I think the Chibnall era can sometimes be a massive hit on the visuals, and then sometimes it goes a little bit too moody and murky. And I do love the slightly moody atmosphere that the Chibnall era goes for with the visuals, but sometimes it goes a little too to the back to when it's just like a little gross. But I think this episode really got that Chibnall. Like, I think Woman Who Fell to Earth looks really nice because it's like it finds like warm light in dark environments. I don't know if I'm explaining this very well.
Because I get what you mean, because like every era has like a color palette almost, you know, it's like,
yeah, just like a general vibe to it, I think. And I think I always felt like The Woman Who Fell to Earth really sold that vibe visually, and then we sort of lost it throughout it, and then we came back to it. What are you laughing at?
It's just the classic. Me and Oscar spoke about this one time. It's like they promised us something and never gave it to us. You always say that.
Well, it's goat. Like it is true.
I'm laughing because it's sweet. It's nice. You made me laugh because you said something funny. But you weren't trying to be funny. I was
trying to give just a
you know when you laugh at, like with your friends because they say something funny, but it's not meant to be funny.
You're laughing at me.
It sounds like I am, but there's no ill intent. At Oscar there is, but not you.
That dog.
That dog in him.
Delayed. Anyways.
Delayed dog.
Yeah, it looks amazing. Sounds amazing. Sagan is doing his thing, mate. And I think Sagan's really found his form by Flux.
Shame he leaves in, 7 episodes?
Is it though?
6?
Kidding. Remember, Sagan's on the whiteboard of people that can never come on this podcast. So.
Yep, it's true.
Like Swarm's theme. I really noticed that at the end where it's like, dun, dun, dun,
like a snap of my fingers. All of time will go through her. Tell me what you want.
Do you know what I hate?
To rain.
No hate to this young fella. No hate to the young fella himself. But the saying, there's a fella called Troy who popularized the phrase, I was looking for the peer head. And now, when that joke is in this episode, I don't laugh at the joke.
What do you mean popularized it? It's in the episode.
Troy said that. That's what I said. I pointed at my screen and said, that's what Troy says.
I would be lying if I didn't think about Troy when I saw it today.
See what he's done? He's embedded himself in popular culture.
All right, lads. Just looking for the peer head.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know what the peer head it was.
No.
Now I do.
It's Troy's head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's Liverpool, you know. I mean, it's like how nice for people in the UK. It's like, oh, maybe one time Doctor Who will be set in my location
Kendall.
in the UK. Kendall?
It will never be set in Kendall.
Kendall Roy? It's like, what if a series is set in Perth? Like,
Could Can you imagine?
Hey, it could be fun.
Yeah, we got these new companions, Conor and
Yeah.
Aiden from Perth.
Hey.
Hey.
G'day.
Hi.
They'd have to be like Aussie, like seriously Aussie.
Oh, it'd be kind of gross Aussie though, wouldn't it be?
G'day.
G'day. Gonna get on my roo and go to school. Bounce, 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 bounce.
How you going, Doc? All right, Sheila, if it's a woman. She.
Horrible.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's. Shall we walk through the episode a little bit? They wake up in the Crimean War.
Doctor, where are we?
They get bumped. Not Mary Shelley. I'm a mess today.
Mary
man.
Siegel.
Mary Seacole bumps into them.
Seacole.
She says, "Get your hands out their fucking pockets, you rats!"
Yeah, she's like, vultures. I've seen you before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She thinks that they are stealing things.
Yes.
And then they go back with her to was it the Best English Hotel or something like that it's called? Something
this
like
is my
that.
hotel. It's a hospital, but it's a hotel.
Yeah.
And Walking Phoenix is in there. This guy looks exactly like Walking Phoenix.
You
I put it on my Instagram story.
You had Joker 2 build it.
And I was like, you're so right, Connor, just as always. No one said that. Well, Dan and Yaz,
Yes.
they disappeared. So Dan goes back to Liverpool. Yaz goes to Time. Meets the mole man. Dan meets his parents again. It's so silly that Dan's parents figured out how to take down a Sontaran.
It's also really silly that Dan is being chased by like 6 Sontarans, doesn't get shot by any of them.
They're in his plain view.
And then Dan's parents knock them out, but it's just 2.
Yes.
There's only 2 there.
I know, where did the rest go? And it's like, and it happens to be them. Mm-hmm. It happens to be Dan's parents.
And there's that. Well, they said they'll like keep him watch outside of his house or something. I love when they're like,
how long are they going to be waiting for?
I love when they're like, did someone steal your house, son?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm like,
I guess stranger things would happen. There's Sontarans walking around.
That's true. Anyways, time for a little popular throwback of a stinger.
Okay.
Goof of the week.
Wow. It really is the 250th episode.
Yeah, that was planned. There's someone that rides past on a bike in the background of that shot.
Oh.
When they hit and they're like, where the hell have you been? Or
maybe someone's
on a bike.
running away from the Sontarans on their
Not
bike.
in that curfew, folks.
True.
There was also another goof that was just, for me, just like a really jarring cut, which I don't really like saying this kind of stuff because it's so minute, but there was a moment just before Dan and Yaz went to teleport away where Dan's looking at the doctor and he says something like, what are you saying that for? Or something like that. And then it cuts to a wide shot and he's looking at Yaz, not the doctor, and he just goes, right. So he says, this isn't the right dialogue, but he says like, what are you saying that for? Right. And it's just like a cut that really jarred me. And like his hands were up and then they're down. Like there's clearly like 2 lines that have been cut or something like that. And they've tried to cut it together. I don't know. I don't want to bring that stuff up, but yeah.
I'm looking forward to the shot in Village of the Angels that was shot on Jamie Magnus Stones' iPhone.
What shot?
There's one. Chibnall said it on one of the poddies he went on. There was one shot that was shot on his iPhone because they forgot to do it.
He did. No.
I swear.
Others than those, and I didn't hear that.
It wasn't Radio Free Sky, it was the other one.
Who Conor or Corner?
Yeah. Nah, seriously.
I have to re-listen because I didn't get
it's
that.
It's like 4 hours long. Good luck finding it. But seriously, I swear on my life.
Someone make it easier for us and tell us down below, please.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Dan's parents take him to the period. He sends them home whilst he goes and infiltrates the Sontaran spaceship.
He's a very brave man, isn't he?
He loves it, mate. I love his dad. He's like, I'm not afraid of a scrap.
That's the thing. It's like Dan's a plasterer from Liverpool, and suddenly he just has the courage to sneak onto a Sontaran ship, only armed with a wok.
He ain't got no fear, that man.
He's like
goals.
He cares so much about like Yaz and the Doctor, and they've literally known each other 5 minutes. Like I get they have gone on like a time machine together, and he's been on a warfare with Mary Siegel. I keep saying Siegel like Jason Siegel.
Jason Siegel's sister.
I know that's not a last name, but I guess there's that to keep in consideration. But it's like, damn, he literally, there's like a scene where intruders get like shot to death.
Oh yeah, and they films that on his iPhone. Maybe that's what Jamie McIntyre was talking about.
There's such a silly, and I hate stuff like this. There's a scene where the Doctor's like, let me look at the footage on your phone, and she just sonics like something, and the footage just starts playing on a screen.
Well, remember we had this conversation where I said the sonic screwdriver isn't psychic, and you said yes, it is.
It is, yeah.
Well, there you go. You can use that to explain anything.
I know. Also, I hate when Dan's filming, and they do this in TV shows all the time. It's such a boomer move. It's like it has like the recording thing on it, and it shows like the battery in the corner.
It's like, that's not an iPhone, mate.
It doesn't work like that, and it's like, oh god.
Yeah.
Anyway, I really like this episode. I guess I'm just getting out all my peer head.
Goss drama.
I just think it's silly that he's like, I'm gonna go save the day now. It's like Dan Lewis has. I love Dan Lewis because I love John Bishop, but it's like his character arc is just man.
Yeah, there's no character arc.
There's nothing.
But he was always, he was always a man that wanted to do good. We know that. He's stealing candy from kids.
Yeah, he wanted to. He. Okay, sure. If you want to count that as character development, then sure.
It's not. It's a pre-existing trait of his.
So silly. Like he's just doing it. Like there's a scene later on where he's like, "Where's Yaz?" It's like, does he really like? What's going on here? Shouldn't he be worried about his parents? Like going back to them.
Well, Yaz saved him. Why am I standing up for this?
Okay, no, you're right, I guess. It's been a while since, it's been like a month since I watched.
Yeah, it was pre-Adelaide.
Park.
Yeah. So he beats the shit out of some Sontarans with a wok. Says, "Fuck you, dumb potato man." And they say, again, I'm a potato. Peel me.
Again, like 6 of them run in and start shooting lasers at him, and he just runs off and is fine. Like,
and he also says, he repeats his joke.
All right, lads.
Looking for the period. I kind of like it that he says the exact same joke.
So funny. I like it.
Yeah. Joy.
If Dan Lewis was played by like another actor like Tosin Cole, I would probably fucking hate it so much. All right,
I was looking for the period.
Yeah, it's like
no, sorry. He'd go, "All right, lads,
I just
looking for the period." Yeah.
If that was what we had to go for again, I don't think I could.
It's like shit.
I don't think I could put up with it. It's like, because like John Bishop's been doing like stand up for like 25 years now. Like he's used to being on the stage and being a presence. Like, and I think you feel that. But I think Children was like, oh, they'll just like him because it's John Bishop. And to be fair, he's right. But also, I would appreciate a little bit more of a arc. But
don't get it.
Not really.
You don't get it, mate.
No.
Anyways, Covenanter comes and saves Dan.
Yes. So far, I love those two.
Yeah, they're so fun, mate. They take the piss out of each other. It is the cool like moment where he comes and saves like with the crossbow gun thing he has. That's pretty sick.
I hope I never see you again.
And yeah, they
feelings mutual.
they do something. They blow up. They do a temporal explosion or something to blow up the Sontaran ships, and then jump out the garbage suit or whatever.
Does Dan not worry that he just murdered 1,000 Sontarans?
He has no problem. Like what's the point with being alive?
When I accidentally like sound like an ant or something, or a fly, I get really upset.
What's the point of being alive?
That's what the fly said.
That's right.
Tell it to Pete. Who's Pete?
What?
And what was Yaz doing, Dan?
Me?
Aiden. Sorry.
What's the point of being alive?
Sorry, Aiden.
Yaz is on the planet Time at the Temple of Atropos. She bumps into Vinda, who's a very charming character. The two of them.
She meets the mole before.
Oh, the mole, yeah, but he's just like, oh, what's going on? I'm the mole.
Do you know what I hate so much?
The mole.
I'm saying what I hate. I really do like this episode.
Yeah, tell me what you
It's
love.
more entertaining, I guess, if I rip into it a little bit. What would the dots do? Christ on a bike. I fucking cringe every time I see that.
Do you know what line I did like, though?
Cringe.
Because Azure and Swarm rock up. And I don't think this is the exact line, but Swarm basically says to Yaz, oh, did the doctor let you out on your own? Or something like that. And it's super condescending. And I just thought, such a prick bitchy thing for Swarm to say.
They take the piss. He's like, and what would the dots do? And she's like, how did you know that? And then Azure's like, ha, 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 ha.
cringe.
Yeah, I guess they admit it's cringe. I just wish the Doctor's companions would be more than Dan just does stuff because he does, and Yaz loves the Doctor, so she'll just do anything. It's like,
Yeah.
I would really appreciate more of like I kind of hate that like Yaz is just like, I love the Doctor. That's why I'm doing this.
This is my character.
This is my arc. What would she do?
Sort of like Martha in season 3 a little bit, you know, but who gets more depth for sure. But early Martha is just, why won't the Doc get in bed with me? Why has Gareth Roberts written this scene for me where the Doctor gets naked in bed with me?
You should read the last book. I cried. It's a Harry Potter reference in the episode.
Good old JK.
Yeah. Well, to the extent where she's like, this thing, it's like, you ever play the Portal games?
Yeah.
You know, like the Steve the Merchant robot? It's kind of like that. It's like, can you repair? And she's like, yeah, I can. It's like, yeah, you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
I'm a policewoman.
What's the point? So you get there and he's like, all right, get started. And she's like, actually,
Sorry.
I don't know what I'm doing.
There's these giant what are they called? Like, I don't even know what they are.
The Keepers of Time?
No. I mean, I guess would be cool to
isn't that what they called all the old Doctors, sorry? The Keepers of Time? Sorry.
I think it's like I don't know.
Oh, they're the Guardians of the Edge, sorry.
Yeah.
No, the Keepers of Time are these fuckers on time.
There's these fuckers standing on little pliths and the passenger rocks up. And
I remember how memorable he was.
Yeah, the Iggy Pop song.
Remember how we were like, what's he? What is he?
Iggy Pop? Iggy?
The joke was on me, I guess.
Is it Iggy or Izzy? Iggy Pop?
Iggy Pop?
Hey Google, who sings The Passenger? Who sings the Oh, it's not even bloody done it.
It never works.
Who sings the Doesn't matter.
It's every time you say it works, and it never does. I've never seen it work.
It works when the cameras are on.
Watching.
It gets shy.
Normally how it goes.
It gets shy. Anywho. Okay, now it's activating itself. Oh, and now it's saying it works when the cameras are up. Thank you, Google, for.
Oh, I know Iggy Pop.
Yeah, Iggy Pop. On the passenger.
Yeah, I know Iggy Pop. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, is it Iggy or Izzy? Anyways,
Iggy Azalea.
So they end up putting bloody Yaz and Vinda on.
Vinda doesn't really do much, eh?
Nah, he's just there. He's just vibing Vinda.
Yeah. They are now like the. Isn't it funny? There's a planet called Time. Was this always there? Or was this like a post Gallifrey kind of thing?
I think it's meant to always have been there.
Well, then how come isn't that the Time Lord's job?
Don't question it.
I am.
Nah, Time Lord's just wankers, just doing wanky things. That is my description on Wikipedia.
Well, they are the Lords of Time, and they
will obey me.
Yeah, well, the Doctor literally says there were people who were designed to control things like this. They're not here anymore. You know, that leaves me. So it's like, who are these time fuckers? Is it post Gallifrey? You can just say yes, so I'll stop talking about it.
I'll just say yes, just so we move on.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, back on Earth in the Crimean War, Mary Seacole is like, we got a Sontaran captured. Oh my god, that's not a Sontaran. That's Dan fucking Starkey.
Mr. Holmes.
Yes, see?
I mean, it is him.
You said, when will this soundbite ever come into play? Here we go.
Sir, emergency! I think I've been run over by a cab!
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't recall saying that, but...
Thank you. You said that many times.
I'm always so positive on this show.
You love it.
It's so good to see him back.
Yeah, it's great. It's that little connection there, in it.
Mr. Holmes.
And General Styles back.
Yeah, my boy.
And he was also in the Trial of Time Lords. He played a ghoul. I don't know, but yeah, it's cool. It's cool to see him back again as well.
Thanks with Conor.
It's funny because I guess they can get away with it because they are a clone race.
Yeah, that they can just reuse the same actors.
So it's like they can just reuse them, and it was it's really fun to see Dan Starkey back. Chocolate.
He's going off. He got hit by a fucking cannonball, and he's like, oh no.
It didn't hurt.
Maybe a little.
They
release him so that they can follow him to find where the Sontaran camp is. He goes through and they find like the rock wall that looks like the...
Well, the Doctor's like, I have... Because the Sontarans don't know the Doctor's a woman now. She's like, I have information about the Doctor. And then later on, the Sontaran leader's like, now where's the Doctor? And she's like, you're looking at them. There's a lot of men bad in this episode. You're awful and you're terrible because you're a man.
I didn't get that terribly from this one.
And the leader of the English army
because Joaquin Phoenix was just being a twat in general. So
he is a man. Which is fine. I don't normally get wound up by that kind of thing, but I think Tudor really does bring it home sometimes. It's like, is this Sontaran being like, the Doctor is a man? Is it like trying to represent like a toxic fan base? Like, I don't care about this shit. Just get on with it. Like, come on.
Maybe she's saying Joaquin Phoenix is a prick.
On. Yeah, she did. Of course, there's only one good person here right now, and it's Mary Seagull.
Seagull.
Anyway.
That's Seagull.
I hope people don't think I'm trying to be like a misogynist.
You are a misogynist.
That's
Anyways.
toxic masculinity.
They watch Strax call himself a hoe.
Strax dies in the episode, technically.
Sontar hoe.
Yeah. Eliminate him.
So he gets Sontar hoed, dies.
That whole battle
Bit
sequence,
grim.
though, is really awesome.
Yeah, then
So cool.
then the English go to scrap with the Sontarans. Gets a little bit feisty. Big, cool CGI.
Yeah, it looks
scrap.
really great.
Looks good.
There's a beautiful like wide shot in the sky of like both the teams running each other.
It's great. Just before that, there's a moment where Jodie stands off with a Sontaran as well, which is really cool. And she's like, "Take your hat off," and he takes it off, and she goes, "On second thoughts, put it back on."
You look disgusting. Yeah,
It's very funny.
I wanted to ride a horse.
Very good scene.
It's funny.
Yeah, so scrap happens. A lot of people die
I don't think I see a single Sontaran die.
because they're the goats.
Exactly.
They're the goats. What happens from there, Connor?
Nothing much really. I mean, like they reside back. Pretty much everyone's dead, and then Joaquin Phoenix decides to. There's this stupid line where it's like, "Oh, we have to retreat because
We ran out of budget.
we can't have food or something." Like I don't know. It's some dumbass reason. It's like, it's so quick, and you're like, "Oh, don't even." As Aiden says, don't question it. You know. And then as they're leaving, Joaquin Phoenix is like, "This is for my men." TNT blows them all to smithereens. And normally I would disagree with that, but it's like, to be fair, they did kill like the entire British army. So I kind of get it. But then the Doctor's like, "This is why I feel like never coming back to the human race."
Yeah, you dirty dog.
It's like, come on, bro. Like, you know history. It ain't nice. You know.
Dirty dog. But yeah, they sent all the Sontarans onto the spaceships because they were going to teleport them away or whatever.
Yeah.
Because they have to go and recharge their bloody stupid
So dumb.
nutrient things.
Yeah.
Anyways, they get to Time in the end.
Yes. So they go back to Earth, pick up Dad, and Carbonissa stays there with the Lipari, saving, like looking after Earth. Which is cool because I like how there's a reason that Earth is still okay.
Yeah.
Carbonissa says that the universe is in a really bad way. They go to Time and they find...
Great moment, just before that, where the Doctor says, "Come with me, Dan." And it's just like this slow little push in on him, and he's like...
Yeah, right.
But internally, he's like, "Fuck yeah."
Internally, he's like,
Woof, woof, woof.
"Where's Di?
Yeah, where's Di?
Where's Di?
Where's my character arc? Where's my plaster?"
And then, they go to Time, and the big cliffhanger is Vinda, who's had 0 lines this episode, and Yaz are in they're like the Watchers of Time, and Swarm's like, "If I click my fingers, she will die." And then the Doctor's like, "Just tell her what you want," and he's like, "Fuck you," and find out in a month if they live.
And that's War of the Sontarans, baby.
Wow.
We will give a updated rating of War of the Sontarans, but I think it's safe to say we enjoyed it, but just maybe not as much as we did in the first watch. I think is sort of the general consensus here, right?
I agree.
Yeah, very nice.
Not by much though. I feel like all my complaints are like the exact same.
Just like little minute things here and there, yeah.
Yeah, I probably said it 3 years ago. I can't remember.
So let's shut the fuck up about Doctor Who for a second, okay? And we're going to talk about things that aren't related to Doctor Who. Here's what the boys have been watching lately in Fingers on Lips.
Feeling guilty, are we?
Fingers on lips!
You start, baby. Oh, we got to talk about this fucking movie, don't we?
I can't believe how many people hated this film, but I saw Joker, and I saw it a week later than I normally would because everyone was shitting on it. I knew I would go see it.
And you knew you'd love it?
No.
Before you went in, you're like, I'm going to love this movie just to fuck with everybody.
No, I said, I'm a certified Todd Phillips fan, and I think I understand Todd more than others. And no, that sounded so arrogant.
Oh, mate, get your Todd Phillips hat on.
I actually do think I get it, and I have to be completely fucking honest. Like, I kind of fucked with it. I liked it. I'd say it's like 75% of it I enjoyed. Most of the musical numbers worked for me. Some of them really didn't. There's one on like a phone call. It just drags on for so long. And Joaquin Phoenix isn't the best singer in the world. I'm not really a Lady Gaga fan, but I thought she was actually pretty good in it. And
I like Lady Gaga.
I liked it. I think I had a good time. I liked the message they were trying to.
What was the message?
I don't know if I can get into spoilers, but I feel like it's still too.
What? I don't, because my problem with the joke is A, I was like, I don't know what this movie's trying to say that wasn't said in the first movie. B,
yeah, that's fair.
B, I was bored.
Okay,
The whole movie, I was
understand
like,
that.
and you know me, mate. I love a slow burn.
Yeah.
But this was like, it wasn't even like slow paced. I don't think it was that slow paced. I just think nothing happened in it. Like it was just like a little sequence. They do a little fake escape thing for a musical number. And then they come back and they don't escape, and then they do escape.
Well, they kind of explain.
And then there's a big explosion. I'm just spoiling the movie. I've just realized.
That's kind of all in the trailer.
Yeah, okay. I won't go any further than that. And then it like sort of backflips on itself a little bit, and then unbackflips on itself.
I kind of loved it.
And then it just does
thinking about it heaps.
And then the ending, right, is so silly that was supposed to be the very similar to the ending of the first Joker. So the original ending for the first Joker, Todd Phillips pitched, but Nolan was still attached to Warner Bros. At the time, and he says that's a bad idea. And all of Warner Bros. Like, that's a bad idea. Let's not do that. And now that Nolan isn't working with Warner Bros. Anymore, Phillips went, I'm going to do it.
I respect the nuts on that fella.
It's a silly ending.
I disagree. I liked it.
Oh, mate. I just went,
I feel like this isn't a spoiler because I knew before going in, I read an article, but like it opens with like a super cool like Looney Tunes animation. That was funny. I was actually laughing at that. There. I like that. Think it looks stunning. And
it does look good.
Man, you know what? I'm going to blow your fucking mind when I say this. You ready? Everyone's going to hate me. I liked it more than the Batman.
That is the dumbest opinion. It's just dumb. Like, I don't care if that's offensive for me to say. It's just a dumb opinion.
Just saying it.
I hate that opinion so much.
Sorry.
I think the Batman actually was sort of had some form of story behind it. Some form of message. It wanted to actually do things. It actually looked a million times better than this, which did look good.
No, I disagree with that massively.
Oh my God.
This movie looks so much better than, and I like both of them. I'm just saying. Okay.
Well, why you got to shit on one thing to love the other?
Not shitting on. I'm just saying.
Don't raise your voice with me.
I mean, they're both DC. They're both Batman. They're both, Joker. You know. I like both. I think both have something to say, and I really think I understood what he was trying to say. I had a really good time with it. I think it was way too long, which is fine.
Oh, dude, I've never been more excited to walk out of the cinema. Like, literally.
I don't understand.
As it was ending, I was like, yes, I can leave.
I think the hate is way too unnecessary.
I just think it's rubbish. And I also think Joaquin Phoenix, as much as I do not condone violence, and this is purely a figure of speech, just want to get him in the nose. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hear him in interviews and he's a real wanker. And like...
Yeah, well, I think you already knew that.
Yeah, and then like I'm watching, I'm like, this guy's the worst, mate. And like, I love the videos of him. Have you seen like the lip readings of him at the press screenings?
Well, we don't know if that's true.
But I think his body language says enough. Like, even if you don't know what he says.
I think he's always dissatisfied.
And he then cancelled his next Todd Phillips project after that.
I don't think he was signed up for a Todd Phillips project. Was he?
He was. He cancelled it. He pulled out of it.
You know what? Good. If they don't get the Phillips vision. I'm a Phillips simp. I always have been. And
yeah, you love The Hangover Part 2 and 3.
I don't love them. I wouldn't say that. But yeah, big fan actually. Really enjoyed it.
Connor's taste in movies is just dropping.
Don't care. Don't give a fuck if everyone disagrees with me. I think Dylan says something like typical. Don't give a fuck.
It was typical. As soon as I saw your tweet saying you liked it, I just thought, of course he does.
I just thought it was good.
You just love hating what people love and loving what people hate.
Don't.
You do though.
I don't.
You know you do.
I genuinely was going into this being like, I just want to go in with an open mind. Isn't that what people want from me?
No. We want you to do you want you to be a sheep. What else you watch?
That's about it really. I honestly just wanted to do this so I could talk about Joker, even though I spoke about it on my other show. But
just to start a fight.
I think Elon was so harsh now. I guess that's all I got to say. I think that's all I've watched. I don't think I've watched.
Well, look, it's not the worst movie of all time. Like I agree. Like I think there's a lot of production things that are good about it, but I think for me,
was that it?
Well, yeah, I don't like the story. I don't think there was much of a story. And the thing is, I was just bored. Like, that's what I could just say at the end of the day. Like, I just wasn't into any part of it, really. I was just bored. After the animation at the start was good, though. The animation at the start was good and funny. I'll give it that.
I don't know. I've been thinking about it a lot, and I just can't, I don't know what's wrong with me, but because everyone fucking hates it.
That's fair.
But maybe I'm just a little bit different.
Yeah, but that's okay. We love you because you're different.
Thank you.
Thanks, baby.
Is that what you've been watching?
There we go.
Have you seen Joker 2? You didn't say you had.
Mate, well, I'll be honest, my letterbox is not loading right now, so
Great.
I'm at a loss without my letterbox. But I will say I've been making my way through the Martin Scorsese movies. So I've gone back to 1967, watched his first ever film, which is pretty good. It was called Who's That Knocking at My Door? And it shows, it's cool seeing like Scorsese at his beginnings, like just making by. Like sometimes things don't quite work. He's experimenting with things. Things don't quite cut, but it's cool just to see him with that raw ambition. And I watched his second movie on the weekend, which is 1972, called Boxcar Bertha, I think. Not good. His direction's good, but like bad script, just needless violence, and I was not into it.
Okay.
Other than that, finished.
Did he write it or?
No, he was just director on that one, so I think that's a bit of the difference there.
Have you seen Shutter Island?
No, well, this is my thing. So Scorsese is a massive blind spot for me.
Okay.
So now I'm going from the very start and going all the way through because prior to this, I'd only seen like 3 or 4 Scorsese films.
Yeah, I watched Shutter Island this year. I thought it was fucking awful. I couldn't believe he directed it.
Interesting.
Have you seen, is it Shadow? With Andrew Garfield and Liam Neeson?
No.
Shadow? It was the movie he did after, it's between Wolf of Wall Street and Irishman.
All right.
And it kind of had like a bit of it kind of came out and no one really spoke about it.
Interesting.
And it died a lonely death, just like Joker 2.
Yeah, no one's watching that shit.
I know, it's been awful. Anyway.
Anywho.
I'm excited for the next Todd Phillips project. I'll be there.
I bet you will, and you'll love it instantly.
Woo. Pumping my fist.
Woo. Yeah, other than that, I think I finished Trying, which we love.
Trying.
I was listening to the music on my way to work today. I was like, I feel good.
Do you know what I listened to at work?
The Joker too.
Yeah.
You don't like musicals though.
I listened to it on the way here. I was clicking my fingers.
Mate.
I can't believe it. I'm just such a...
You're insane, mate.
Well,
you just think you're bloody fucking the Joker, don't you? Joke's on you, innit?
Put on a happy face.
And Rings of Power
kids.
died a terrible death in the finale. It got really good, and then the finale happened. And I won't spoil it for the watchers out there, but remember that scene in Solo, A Star Wars Story, where they say, Han, what's your name? And he goes, Han. And they say, what's your last name? And he goes, I don't know. I'm like, who are you traveling with? He said, I'm on my own. We'll call you Solo. And then that's how he gets his name.
Talking about, yeah.
There is a scene in the Rings of Power that is that scene.
I did see it. I thought it was interesting.
Terrible.
Made me realize why I don't watch that show. I mean, everything I see from that show, I'm just like, it's just not for me.
The penultimate episode was great. It was like Game of Thrones shit.
Are there dragons and stuff?
No dragons, but like cool creatures and stuff. But then the finale, like every 5 minutes it was like a Ross Davis finale where like it was built up so well. And then every 5 minutes, just like, oh, for fuck's sake. And then you get to the end and you're like, I hate this show. I hate this fucking show, man.
Isn't series 3 like kind of on the rocks right now?
Yeah, it's not been confirmed yet, but I think people
Imagine the most expensive show in history getting cancelled.
I think it's going ahead because I think I've heard that it's in a similar situation to Trying where the new season hasn't been greenlit yet, but it's also not been cancelled. And I think we're trying. It's definitely like the main actress currently pregnant, so they're not going to greenlight it until she's fucking ready to film the season. But with Rings of Power, I'd say if we don't hear anything in the next few weeks, then it's probably going ahead, because I think you get these few weeks grace period, and then it'll get cancelled if not.
You could say they're trying to greenlight a final series.
Of trying, yeah. God, they're cute and amazing. What a show. Anyways, Connor, do you want to throw in a score for War of the Sontarans on the rewatch?
I think 7.5.
Man, okay.
I'm going down a point, I think.
Yeah, I'm also giving it a 7.5, which I feel is almost criminal, because this is definitely a little bit better than Halloween Apocalypse, but I also gave Halloween Apocalypse 7.5. So
I had fun with it, though.
More fun with this or Halloween?
Is funner even a word? I don't think it is.
I don't think in the context of what you said it makes sense.
It's a funner. I don't think funner is a word. I had funner with this episode. I had a more fun
This
time.
was funner than the previous episode, is what you're trying to say.
Sorry, Mr. Conditional Clause. What's that from? 5?
Probably
4,
a Todd Phillips movie.
3. No, it's from Doctor Who, you fucking knob.
So 2 7.5.
Sontarans Also.
We get a fist pump.
Been a while.
Huge.
Thank you.
Give you a kiss.
Thank you. Nah.
That's what I thought. Next week, guys, we're going to round off season 2 of Doctor Who 1965's The Time Meddler.
Ooh, yes.
Ooh, someone be meddling.
It's done.
And then we'll take a little break from classic.
It's Ted.
10?
It's done.
What?
It's done.
Todd Phillips?
No, he's gonna keep kicking, baby, and I'll be there.
Yeah,
baby.
Yeah, baby. Ooh, baby, a triple. But yeah, make sure you just have a chat with us down in the comments below. We love talking with you guys. Peace and love.
0 comments on our last episode. 0.
Weird. They performed decent, but like just the comp, no one's chatting.
Nothing.
No one's chatting.
Not a dot.
Or a bubble. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll be back next week.
And I'll see you on the next one. It's Aiden.
If you can just sing on your own.
And Connor's party. They're doing Doctor Who reviews on a Monday. Doctor Who reviews. Are you excited for the Amazon Prime Australian office?
What do you think my answer to that question is?
I feel like I feel sorry for them. I'm like, they could have done it well, but it just looks so stupid and bad.
Man. Australians know how to make bad things. They also make good things, but I feel like they have a really good formula to make bad decisions in film.
They seem to really be going with like how that twat Aussie man reviews. They're like,
You used to love Aussie Man.
Used to. And it's like, yeah, mate, I'm just Australian, mate. And it's like, it's all the overseas people love it, but I think people who actually live here don't watch that stuff because it's just like the bloke down the pub who just won't stop yelling at the TV when the footy's on.
You.
Yeah, because I watch
You
footy.
with the cricket.
Yeah, I watch cricket at home.
Oh, England's got 800 runs.
They don't even have the cricket on in the pub. They don't have chaos. I'm like,
Because it puts people to sleep.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Thanks. Cheers. Like Joker too.
Mate, I was like, got my little pillow ready.
Time to sleep. Joker fully.
Oh, that's what I need to watch tonight. Good night's sleep.
Yeah, great.